It is heating up, and so is our food. Yeah, the 67th Summer Fancy Food Show that is happening right now in New York City.
From the latest trends to cooking demos to the next must-have food item, this festival has it all. Our friend and food blogger, Jerry James Stone, is there right now with a closer look at the hottest foods at the festival. Jerry, so good to have you as always. Now, I got to ask what's on your shirt first.
That's the first question we always have to know.
You got hamburgers and...
Strawberries. Got strawberries.
Oh, it's strawberries.
That's kind of a little hard to see, but yeah, strawberries.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. Always on point. All right. We've all heard of the concept farm to table or farm to fork, but what new brands out there are helping bring that concept into our homes?
Well, yes, farm to fork and farm to table have definitely been around for a little while. I think one of the things that we're really seeing is that sort of like maturity around the farming part of it. It's not just about going from the farm to the fork, but like how those farms can be better for the planet. So we're looking at farms that are creating, wildlife corridors. So like the animals that are part of that ecosystem can exist with the farm. We're seeing stuff like Blue Stem Cocktails, which sort of has those botanicals for that. We're seeing, not, having cover crops, farming that right way. Also just farming, like capturing the food at the source, like Tommy Tomatoes, where they're reducing water and they're trying to get the best ingredients right into that packaging as quickly as possible to provide the best flavors and get you the best foods. And that's a lot of what we're kind of seeing in that farm to fork arena right now.
Yeah, some of those trends being featured at the festival, what have you been noticing there as you've been there?
I would say upcycled is definitely a big part of what what's happening right now. We're really seeing how ingredients that are being used to create one particular product, whatever that waste stream is from that particular ingredient, how those items can be used to create other things. So if you're looking at stuff like Octonuts, where they're taking and making nut oils and they use that leftover pressed nut from the oil to create a protein powder, that kind of thing. Or if they're creating, chips from plantains or leaving the peel on so we can actually use as much of the food as possible. Because as you know, that production, there's a lot of waste in that production. So as much as we can reduce it or, also create food products out of it, it just means less waste, less CO2, less, you guys all know 8% of greenhouse gases come from food waste, right? So the best that we can do to reduce that, and then we're seeing a lot of products really develop that.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a good point. This is why we have you on the show all the time, helping us to reduce our food waste and keep food fresh longer. I'm assuming there's a lot of samples at the show. What's the best thing that you've eaten?
Oh my gosh, to say that there's a lot of samples at the show is a gross understatement. I can't even tell you. You guys have to come visit sometime because your minds would be blown as to how much food is here. There's always great things. It's really hard to nail it down to one. I like to hang out in the plant-based pavilion and the upcycled pavilion. I'm always really looking for those sort of eco type things. I really like the plantain chips, the ones I was just mentioning with the peels on them. They had a Cool Ranch plantain chip, which I was like, okay, buy Doritos because these are delicious and they're great for the planet. So I'm always looking for stuff like that.
Do they taste good? I mean, I'm assuming they do.
They do. Yeah,
to a potato chip, are they better?
Well, I would say like they're definitely heartier, and it doesn't taste like a banana or a plantain. That was the most surprising part about it. Like I was expecting this chip because it's made from a plantain to sort of have that kind of flavor profile, but it tasted just like a potato chip, just like a Cool Ranch potato chip. It was delicious.
What's the spectrum when it comes to the types of food that you find there? I mean, you mentioned the chips there. What else can we find?
Everything, there's legacy brands here from making barbecue sauces to making pate to, there's cheese for days. I always leave the show feeling like I'm going to be lactose intolerant for 3 months because there's so much cheese at the show. There's everything you can possibly imagine here. Gelato ice cream, meats, whatever, charcuterie, everything that you can possibly think of in the food space is definitely here at the Fancy Food Show, which is why it's so pivotal in the food industry.
Yeah, it's all over my social media, so a lot of people I know are there. They're talking about it. Obviously, you're there. Jerry, thank you as always. Always good to have you on the show. Before we let you go, we should ask you our poll question for today because we love asking you these things. It's National Sunglasses Day, so we're asking everyone, would you rather be without sunglasses on a sunny day or your umbrella on a rainy day?
Well, I'm not an umbrella guy. I'm very tall, and I'm used to getting hit with them, so I have a love-hate relationship with umbrellas. So I'd rather have sunglasses. I'm a Ray-Ban dude, so that works out for that.
Okay. All right. Nice. There you go. I feel like there's probably a right answer to this, but I'm still not going to say it yet.
I can't wait to hear what Jen has to say. Well, Jerry James Stone, thanks so much. We appreciate you joining us. Always a fun time to chat with you.
All right. So.